everyone out there. I am Sundowns, your sports guru. Catch me live every Saturday morning from 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. Only on Nirvana Wild FM. Your beat, your music. Danko.
The views, opinions or comments expressed on this program does not reflect the views, opinions or comments of the radio station or its management.
Welcome. This is your favorite station. Stay tuned.
Oh yes, this is the Where You Wanna Be Boy here on Nirvana World FM. Your beat, your music, and the show that you wanna be tuning into. It is none other than Sports Geek with Smonelo Ngobo, co-piloting it with none other than Johannes Bida. And we do come to you live from our Linesa studios, south of Johannesburg, Egoli Gauteng Maboneng Managa, Homalaita. It is the 18th day of April 2026. Oh, yes, the year is moving. Before you know it, we'll be talking mid-year, we'll be talking June. This is where you wanna be, boy, here on Nirvana World FM. Your beat, your music. Oh yes, you know very well, we do have a date every Saturday morning that is between 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. We are together, we are doing this stuff together. Sports Geek with Smonelo Ngobo here on Nirvana World FM. Your beat, your music, every Saturday morning. Don't you dare forget about it. It is happening, it takes the center stage. We are talking sports and stuff. Surely you don't want to miss a thing. Sagili Cairo, Gitsegi Sheba Gamo, Gargi Sheba Gamo, Au Gabona Gabuyelo, Gabona Masandawana, Au Gabona, Au. The 15 times South African champion as far as the domestic league is concerned, and the 8 times back-to-back domestic league is concerned. That is none other than Mamelodi Sundowns, our Gabrielo Masandawan. As this afternoon, they welcome Esperance from North Africa, to be exact, all the way from Tunis, in that second leg of the CAF Champions League. And we all know that Mamelodi Sundowns, they are taking a 1-0 lead to this encounter, but they know very well that they cannot afford to sit on their laurels in as far as this afternoon's encounter is concerned, because we remember that way back 2 seasons back, to be exact, Esperance, actually they are the last team to have beaten Mamelodi Sundowns in the CAF Champions League in their own backyard. So surely Mamelodi Sundowns, they know very well how dangerous their North African counterparts. So needless to say that all roads lead to the capital city this afternoon, as Mamelodi Sundowns hope to dump off there is an Esperance this afternoon, and they get to see themselves marching all the way to the CAF Champions League final. I believe that will be for the 3rd time, if I am not mistaken. Modiba, all roads lead to the capital city, all roads lead to Jacaranda City, if you will, where Bafana Bastale Masandawane welcome Esperance. Very, very dangerous Esperance one must say. Good morning to the show.
Good morning to you, Sbo, and also our own palette and our lovely viewers. Sit down, relax. We've got to cover a lot to dissect. So to answer your question, definitely, because I watched them against Mamelodi Sundowns in the first leg. They were playing a pressing game, and
yes,
at the very same time, they were very physical. So the Mamelodi Sundowns, I think the aim was to say we don't concede in this game. We just try to get those moments, and when we get that moment, we'll definitely put in the back of the net. That is why we saw Tapelo Morena supplying Brian Leon, and then he converted. So even VAR double checking the goal if it was the legitimate or not. So, but as the game progressed again, there was an incident where Ronald Williams collided with one of their players, Diakite, whom he elbowed Ronald Williams as well, with Arthur Sales as well in the mix of things there as well. So then the referee, the goal at first stood out, but then they went on to double check the VAR. Then it was a disallowed goal because of they felt it was a foul, of which Diakite was cautioned for that. So but then Mamelodi Sundowns managed to hold on, and then let's see, because of now they're going into the second leg at home at the Loftus Stadium. It will be a tough assignment again, because as parents will be saying, we've done this before against Al Ahly in Cairo. We beat them at their very own backyard 3-2 to progress to the semi-finals. So if Mamelodi Sundowns are not careful, we'll definitely put something in the back of the net. Like the coach Patrice Biumeli, the name of their head coach, also alluded to the fact that they're going out there. They won't be even intimidated by the large fans, as it was said that it is a sold-out affair. So it's going to be a hunting of a game. But Mamelodi Sundowns, like you rightfully said, if they get to progress here, because they are in need of a draw, definitely they will be going for the third time. And also third time, when you look at head coach Miguel Cardoso, adding with the very same experience his former team, at least this time around, we won't accept what transpired previously, when there was some exchange of physical fightings amongst the fans up there. Some of them almost lost their life. It was just uncalled for.
It was nasty.
That was nasty, and it was just uncalled for. Even some of the fans were stated that some of the other fans saved their lives. So we don't want that. It's just a game of football. When Mamelodi Sundowns, they're just in need of a draw to progress, and then for Esperance, you need 2 goals to progress. But if the game, in terms of permutations, if the game does end at 2-1, then Esperance will progress via away goal rule. But if it ends stalemate, Mamelodi Sundowns definitely will go to the final for the third time, since there are inceptions in the Champions League.
Oh yes, the goalless draw will definitely work in favor of the home side, Mamelodi Sundowns, as they welcome their North African counterparts. So, but surely, with their Loftus Versfeld Stadium guaranteed to be packed to the rafters with the yellow army, surely, Mamelodi Sundowns, they will not be sitting and parking the bus waiting for their North African counterparts to bring the game to them. So we'll be expecting the home side, Mamelodi Sundowns, to take the game to their visitors, and who knows, get to see themselves getting that cushion goal, which will be enough to make life very, very difficult for their visitors, which might get to see Mamelodi Sundowns maybe walking away victorious by 2-0, 2-1 in their favor. So anything that Mamelodi Sundowns that they can do, need a scoreless draw scoreline, will definitely work in favor of the home side. 1-1 draw will still work for Mamelodi Sundowns.
So via a 2-1 aggregate.
2-1 aggregate.
Definitely,
So
yes.
anything more than a 1-1 draw, 2-2 draw might turn things around in favor of the visitors on the away goal rule, I'm sure.
In fact, if the visitors get to win 2-1, yes,
2-1,
that's where
yes.
2-all, then away goal rule will favor them. But if it ends any draw, then Mamelodi Sundowns will definitely progress. So, but if the Esperance comes in and get an early goal to unsettle the nerves, then the game get to end with an odd goal. Definitely we're going straight to the penalties.
Oh yes, it is going to be a cracker of the game for sure. That game gets underway. You come at 3 p.m. This afternoon out in Jacaranda City, capital city, if you will. Pitori, Ngwanaga, let's hope Dinganga, Pitori, they will all come out in numbers and support the home side. Mamelodi Sundowns, Kabuyero, the 2016 CAF Champions League champions. Oh yes, they do have that one star. Maybe, who knows? 2026 might just be that. How considering that the last one is in 2016,
Yes.
2016, that makes it 10 years. So
Yeah, 10 years,
who
true.
knows? Maybe this time around, Mamelodi Sundowns, they might just get to be lucky and get to add that a second star in as far as the interclub is concerned, and overtake their fellow South African counterparts in the former champ of Orlando Pirates, who last won their first and the last star way back in 1995. It is a lot of years. So who knows, Mamelodi Sundowns, 10 years later, they might just get back to be lucky yet again and add the second star in as far as Interclub is concerned.
Definitely, and if you can check there again, there's an interesting hype that is taking place there to say Kaizer Chiefs fans, especially if Mamelodi Sundowns get that star, Kaizer Chiefs will definitely be added amongst the teams that will participate in the next upcoming CAF Champions League, where 3 teams, because of if one this Mamelodi Sundowns did won this particular CAF Champions League,
yes,
then the second team was added. Now it will be the third team, also in the CAF Confederations Cup as well. So this is how it excites Kaizer Chiefs fans, because of currently Kaizer Chiefs are doing well. We'll talk about it later, but then so far very interesting to say, yeah, teams have been doing well. Hopefully it can be them, Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns, going into next season, only if Mamelodi Sundowns will be crowned champions.
Oh yes, it is a no-brainer that come this afternoon. Even the Kaizer Chiefs faithfuls, they will be rooting for the Pretoria boys, Mamelodi Sundowns, because they know very well that should Mamelodi Sundowns go all the way to the finals, like Modiba has mentioned, that should Mamelodi Sundowns eventually walk away victorious 2026 CAF Champions League champions, that will open, can I say, the back door for Kaizer Chiefs to the Champions League. So surely, Amakos Amatle, the mighty Glamour boys, they will be rooting for the 2026 CAF Champions League champions. That is none other than Mamelodi Sundowns, who welcome their North African counterparts in the formanship of Esperance, all the way from Tunis. Still with the home side, let's hear what the home side, the head coach in the formanship of Miguel Cardoso, has to say in anticipation of this titanic clash that will take the center stage come at 3 p.m. this afternoon out in the capital city, Jacaranda City, if you will, Kopitori Nwanaga. Here is Mamelodi Sundowns head coach Miguel Cardoso.
The place where we stand is obviously a place where we see the responsibility of such a match, but our thoughts have nothing to do with what we did in the previous one. It's a door that we closed. We look at this match with a match that we want to win. We want to play to win. We want to be a strong team. We want to be very capable. We want to face it with the maximum sense of the will to produce a result that has to be taken seriously in terms of approach regarding look and fight and create conditions to fight for a victory. There's no way to relate with a moment like this than that one. It's also how we usually play, so we cannot face the game in no other sense. We know very well what we have ahead. We know very well and the respect we have.
Oh, we're sorry for that. Something just went wrong yet again. I don't know what. Technically, it got the better of us. I don't know what's happening. Something is not working. I don't know what. There is a sound that's coming up. Technology got the better of us at that time around. We humbly apologize for that interruption. There was a Mamelodi Sundowns head coach Miguel Cardoso saying that they will definitely approach this afternoon's game without, there will be no room for any complacency. Whatever happened last week up in Morocco will count for nothing in the new 90 minutes as the game gets underway come this afternoon. He went on and said they know very well how dangerous Esperance they can be.
Definitely, even Esperance players did stated that they're going to meet the monster of CAF Champions League in the formanship of Mamelodi Sundowns. But then on the other side of the Mamelodi Sundowns, I think it's only concerned to say, remember, Gran Kekana got a red card.
Yes.
Opremutiba, he was supposed to come back from suspension, but the red card had been doubled, so which means both of them will be unavailable for this encounter, which means they has to go to the bench and reshuffle, get players with the likes of Kuliman and Damani, maybe pair him with the Keanu Cupido. Yes. And also you look at left back, because of there was such a concern to say Divine Lunga was just not at his very best on the day. So I think maybe they might try to play him again, or maybe try another option, bringing Tato Sibia, inexperienced one, which I don't see it happening, but I think they might start with the Divine Lunga. Those are the positions, areas to say they're very key and crucial. So if we can just bring in Kulman Daman to pair him with Ken Cupido, and then look at the absence of Obri Mutiba with the very same player I've just mentioned, the Divine Lunga, then they stand a chance because of definitely they'll play an attacking game. And I've been impressed with Kuliso Mutau. He's got an incredible recovery rate where you can't expose him easily. It's also going to be key. You check in the middle of the park, Jaden Adams, Debo Homoko, and Marcelo Allende, they always combine so well. Up front, because of Mamelodi Sundowns seems to play a 4-3-3 formation. There's Tashrik Matthews, there's also Brian Leon. I don't know if Ham Reyners will be able to start as well. So, or should I say Arthur Sales?
Yes.
One of the two will definitely start, but I'm expecting Arthur Sales, Brian Leon, as well as Tashrik Matthews. Maybe Ikram Reyners can come in as a sub. But the only concern is I don't know what's the future, what's the way about of Peter Shalulile, because of he seems to be out of favor lately.
Oh, yes,
ever since the season began. I don't know if the player is not in the coach's plans or something like that. But let's wait and see going forward. But having seen them play in this 4-3-3 formation without being cautious, unlike last week, I think they'll come out and play. Hopefully, they will get the goals.
Oh, yes. And let's hear what the visitors, the head coach, has to say. Their anticipation in as far as their Titanic clash this afternoon against the 2016 champions, Mamelodi Sundowns. Here is Esperanza's head coach in the foremanship of Patrice Bion-Mela. Let's hear what he has to say in anticipation of this afternoon's clash. Mamelodi Sundowns, as they welcome Esperanza all the way from Tunisia.
Of the game, second leg here in Pretoria. So no, the spirit is good. We train all week long with a good atmosphere because I think despite the lose, we made a very good game for the first leg, and we have to score if we want to stay alive. So it will be a very exciting game.
It's going to be an exciting game indeed. That's what Esperanza head coach had to say. There is Patrice Bion-Mela. Surely it is going to be a tough one indeed. Surely they will not be looking forward to an entertaining game. Rather, they will be looking to a positive game in their favor. But considering that they are the last team to have beaten the Mamelodi Sundowns in their own backyard, that was way back in 2024. Surely, Esperanza, they can be forgiven for fencing their chances of doing it yet again come this afternoon.
So you're taking me to stairs to say when I added that other last week's scoreline, so
Yes.
in the last 4 matches, the Esperance have won 3, Sundowns have won 2, then the other 2 encounters ended in the draw. You can see that it's a very tight affair. So although Esperance do have an upper hand to say we've done it before, but then against Al Ahly, this is where they give them a shock of their life. Can they do it in Pretoria? I don't see it happening.
Can they do it in Pretoria yet again come this afternoon? My co-pilot in the foremanship of Modiba Peter, he says he doesn't see it happening. Surely. Mamelodi Sundowns are faithful that they will definitely welcome those predictions from Modiba Peter. They will smile to those predictions. Actually, every South African should actually embrace those predictions in favor of the home side, Mamelodi Sundowns. Kabuyelo Masandawana. Sky's the limit. Bafana ba style.
The thing is about them is that they know how to grasp results. They know how to withstand pressure. This is Mamelodi Sundowns.
And more importantly, game management.
My game management, they are very good at that. So I think the experience of those quality players, they've also served at Bafana with the AFCONs. That experience, you introduce the likes of Temba Zwane in the second half.
Yes.
I think this is where they can win them the match. So far, I don't know if Esperance will be able to cope with a large number of fans because it is a sold-out affair. So this will be the two of their challenges to say, can you emulate Mamelodi Sundowns? Judging from how they can win dirtily, scrappily, they know how to grasp results. This is the strength of Mamelodi Sundowns. Even last week we saw they were just under a heap of pressure. They just couldn't know what to do, but in the end, they managed to get the result. So, which can be their concern to say, if you press Mamelodi Sundowns hard, make sure that you convert their chances. Failure to do so, they'll get a half chance because of, the likes of Brian Leon are very clinical. And this is a striker whom, I feel like he can become, had he started the season, should have been the top goal scorer because of his scoring in every game and he makes sure that he is just clinical in front of goals. And this is a striker as well, whom, when he was introduced to come the transfer window, recently in January, some majority of fans were saying, how do you introduce a striker with 50-something million? Maybe he's not adapting to the South African style of football, but he adapted and then proved critics wrong. Look at how he even punished even Orlando Pirates, typical, for example, but he's been scoring goals after goals, quality for me.
Oh yes, talking of Mamelodi Sundowns managing the game, it is a no-brainer that Mamelodi Sundowns goalkeeper and Bafana captain in the form and shape of Ronwen Williams will definitely be key when it comes to managing the game. We know very well that how good Ronwen Williams is when it comes to killing the game when it is necessary to kill the game. So Ronwen Williams, especially the teams from North Africa, they respect him a lot when it comes to dictating the terms in as far as the pace of the game is concerned. Ronwen Williams is definitely a master when it comes to controlling the tempo of the games. So definitely Ronwen Williams will definitely be key come this afternoon. All eyes will be on him as he sets those attacks, or as he wants the game to slide down and kill the game in favor of the home side. So surely, Esperance, they have done their homework in as far as Mamelodi Sundowns goalkeeper Ronwen Williams is concerned. Everybody will be watching how Ronwen Williams manages that game. He's like some kind of a choir conductor because the team takes the cue from him that how does he want the game to flow fast, or does he want the game to be killed.
My only concern is that he sometimes makes those errors, especially when he's hard pressed.
Yes.
This is where he needs to work.
He's
on that
overconfident. That's the problem.
That's the problem, and he's very comfortable. Something that he needs to work on. Other one is a top goalkeeper for me and a contender for goalkeeper of the season as well. Although Sipo Chain, topic for another day, 16 clean sheets and stuff.
Yes.
So, but then he's not tested like Ronwen Williams, your Ronaldo Lina, Brendan Peterson. So, but topic for another day. But so far, I've been impressed with the way they even regard him as an extra player on the field of play.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, the experienced lads, they also mentioned him as an extra player. We're not playing only as goalkeeper. Look at how you just mentioned that he initiates the move, how he can play as an extra sweeper, marvel to watch. Only aspect that he needs to work on those overconfidence of giving the ball away to opposition, and then he gets punished. This is how he even cost his team during that is it FIFA Club World Cup against Borussia Dortmund, where he made a
Germany,
blunder, and then Borussia Dortmund capitalized, and then Mamelodi Sundowns ended up losing by 4-3 if my memory serves me well.
All the best of luck to the home side. There is none other than Mamelodi Sundowns, Bafana Bastyle, Kabuyelo Masandawana. The whole country, South Africa, is definitely behind Mamelodi Sundowns. Come this afternoon, 3 p.m. The venue is none other than Loftus Versfeld. It is guaranteed that stadium will be painted in yellow this afternoon, as my partner in crime, Modiba Peter, rightfully mentioned that it is a sold-out affair. So we definitely to see nothing less than the yellow sea of Mamelodi Sundowns. May the best team win. Let's hope this time around it will be none other than the home side, Mamelodi Sundowns. All the best of luck, Bafana Bastyle, Mamelodi Sundowns. Sky is the limit. all the best of luck to the home side, Mamelodi Sundowns, as all roads lead to the capital city. Go Loftus First Stadium in the capital city, Kopitori Mwananga, as the 2016 champions. Mamelodi Sundowns welcome their North African counterparts in the form and shape of Esperance. Let's hope Mamelodi Sundowns, they will go all the way and make it to the back-to-back finals. As we remember that last season, they also made it to the final, but unfortunately, they lost to the Egyptian Giants in the form and shape of Pyramids FC. Talking of Egyptian Giants, this season, considering that both the Egyptian teams, that is the defending champions, Pyramid FC and Al Ahly, they've already bombed out. So surely, nothing less than a win for Mamelodi Sundowns will be accepted. We'll be expecting Mamelodi Sundowns to go all the way and bring the Interclub medal back to South Africa and make it for the second time, even though it will be for the second time after 10 years. Good day and welcome to Nirvana World FM once again. And you are definitely tuning in to Sports Geek with this one Ngobo, co-piloting it with none other than Modiba Beat. And you can always get in touch with us on our studio WhatsApp line number, which is 062-857742. Our studio WhatsApp line number again is 062-857742. For advertising and marketing here on Nirvana World FM, you can always get in touch with the Shashi Singh on 083-945-7664. For advertising and marketing here again on Nirvana World FM, your beat, your music, Shashi Singh is definitely your go-to lady on 083-945-7664. We do this every Saturday morning. That's between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. here on Nirvana World FM. Your beat, your music. At the summit this morning, we'll definitely kickstart the show by looking at what's happening in as far as the English Premier League is concerned. Oh boy, it is a question of win or bust. That's how things are standing as far as English Premier League this weekend, as the second place, the Manchester City welcome the table toppers in the form and shape of Arsenal. Oh boy, I'm not going to say anything about Abo Amper Marnis Tamper. I'm not going to say anything about almost a dozen count in as far as Arsenal is concerned. I'll leave all those nasty things to Mo Dibapita to say all those nasty things about Arsenal. I will try to be a good boy this time around. I don't want to get in the bad books of the Arsenal fans, calling them Abo Amper Marnis Tamper, Abo almost doesn't count, the bridesmaids, all those names. I'll leave all those names to Motiva Peter, maybe to use those names. Today, I'll be my best behavior. And then we'll also look at what's happening as far as Italian football is concerned. We'll look at how is Inter Milan running away with Serie A, with their across-town rivals in the form and shape of AC Milan huffing and puffing. After experiencing back-to-back losses, actually the last one coming from Udinese, I believe it was a 3-0 thrashing. Will zoom into Italian football. Spanish football is on the break this weekend. We will tell you why. And then come back closer to home. We'll definitely look at what's happening as far as the cricket is concerned. Protea women, they are in action against their Indian counterparts. They are in the country. Protea's women, they are taking on their Indian counterparts. Indian women national team is definitely in town. I believe they had a date last night down in Durban. Kingsmead Cricket Stadium will bring you what went down at Banana Kingsmead Cricket Stadium. That's where South Africa took on India last night. IPL is definitely still very much around. There is Indian Premier League. You definitely cannot talk cricket and leave out Indian Premier League at the moment. Vodacom United Rugby Championship is definitely back this weekend. We'll get to see how other South African teams are going in as far as trying to secure that crucial top 8 bracket in as far as which will enable them to participate in the knockout stages in as far as the Vodacom and Vodacom United Rugby Championship top 8 or knockout stages is concerned. Telkom Netball League, that is a netball. Modiba does have the news in as far as Telkom Netball League is concerned. So if you are staying in KZN, Durban, get ready. Guess what? Why? Simply because Power Week 1 of the Telkom Netball League is coming to eThekwini, eGagasini. It's coming to Durban. That is the Durban University of Technology. That's where Power Week of the 2026 Telkom Netball League will take the center stage. And then we'll wrap things up by looking at what is happening in as far as tennis is concerned. About Yannick Sinner, nabo lapana insizwa about Carlos Alcaraz pushing each other. Barcelona Open is also taking the center stage this weekend. Modiba, good morning and welcome once again.
Let me greet you and once again to our very lovely viewers and a palette behind the scenes. Receive my warm greetings. We've got a late sports just giving you a wonderful menu. Sit back, relax. We've got some informative news to give it to you, and also look ahead to what will be taking place this wonderful weekend, today and tomorrow. A lot is taking place, but this time around we don't have F1 motor racing, but definitely come next weekend it will be back to action. So, but what is taking place here? You've got a spoil for choice as far as the remote is concerned. Sit back, relax. We've got you covered, and this is Sports Geek once more with a very lovely sport and me, Mutiba Johannes Peter.
Oh yes, just stay put as we quickly go for a breather. When we return, English Premier League football is definitely on the menu as we zoom into the win or bust affair that will take the center stage this weekend between Arsenal, the table toppers, Arsenal, the mighty Gunners, as they invade Etihad Arena come tomorrow, trying to get a firm grasp of the English Premier League title, but surely looking at Manchester City's latest form, it is going to be difficult indeed for Arsenal come tomorrow. On the return, it is the English Premier League. So just stay put. Nomaganjan, don't you dare move a muscle.
The best music on the best radio show.
Sempina kufiwe makufiwa siwe masiwa so uyangusisi so uyangusisi Oliviana matomba sana yokala bafana ungangisondele hleze ngithukuthele hleze ngisempina kufiwe makufiwa siwe masiwa so uyangusisi so uyangusisi Oliviana matomba sana yokala bafana
Thank you very much to Jazzwork and Tugutela Lapana they gave us the song titled Awusaga Lavuka Awugcwele Viana Amantombazana Ayosala Ekhala. Oh boy, come tomorrow afternoon, all roads lead to where? Etihad Arena. Oh yes, you can be rest assured to come tomorrow afternoon at Etihad Arena. This song will definitely be doing the rounds. It will dominate the stadiums as the second place Manchester City, who are trailing the table toppers, the mighty Gunners, Arsenal, who seem like they might just buckle the lead yet again. Yes, that's going to be the state of affairs come tomorrow afternoon as the second place Manchester City try to dislodge the current table toppers, the mighty Gunners, Arsenal, by the look of things, who seem to have lost the form of late. Why do I say Arsenal? They have lost their form of late. Let's just check mid-week this week. They drew 0-0 in the European Champions League as they welcome their Portuguese counterpart in the form and shape of Sporting. The state of affairs was 0-0, and Arsenal, they were playing at home. Just 3 or 4 days before that was on Saturday, they took on their English counterparts in the form and shape of Bournemouth, and guess what? Arsenal, they went down 2-1 to less fancied Bournemouth at home. Arsenal, they lost at home. Just 3 or 4 days before that, yes, Arsenal, they narrowly beat Sporting or Portugal by that narrow 1-0 win, which was enough to assist them to get to the semi-final in as far as the Champions League is concerned. But looking at Arsenal's last 3 games, surely it is a no-brainer that Arsenal, they are the team on form. And on the other side, looking at Manchester City, looking at their last game, how they demolished the mighty Blues, that is Chelsea, in their own backyard, Stamford Bridge. They demolished them by 3-0. So it's no brainer that come tomorrow afternoon, the Pope Sundowns, Manchester City versus Arsenal, come tomorrow afternoon, Modiba.
Very true, and you check, I think it's a game of a grudge game, because last time we spoke about the FA Cup where the very same Arsenal thrashed Man City by 2-0. They managed to play 1-0 draw in the league match. So currently...
no, Manchester City beat Arsenal.
Is it the 5-1-1?
Oh, that was last season. I thought you were referring to the recent game. I thought you were referring to the League Cup where Manchester City, just 3 or 4 weeks back, yes. Arsenal, they beat Manchester City, they beat Arsenal in the Carabao Cup, the League Cup at Wembley Stadium by 2-0. That is just 3 weeks back in the final, yeah.
In the final, and there was I think it was a 1-0 draw in the league as well.
Yes.
So you realize that it's a grudge game to say Arsenal, they're limping following that loss. You just mentioned Bournemouth.
Very limping.
And then you check Man City, they've just thrashed Chelsea by 3-0. And Pep Guardiola up against Miguel Arteta. So you can see that it's the same. Man City are coming with intention to say we want to close the gap. So you falter tomorrow, the gap will now be 3 points. So which means that you don't have to sleep up as your Arsenal. So which means you might repeat what transpired previous seasons when you couldn't consolidate on your consistency. So and then you check Erling Haaland, the Manchester City striker. Fantastic. I think he will be an impact player for me. So having scored 22 goals so far, what a remarkable and a very clinical striker. He will be key for this game. And then Arsenal on the other side, they need to fix their defense because they've been conceding goals against the so-called average side, because Bournemouth are languishing 11th. So you shouldn't perform poorly against a team of Bournemouth. So, but then
especially if you want to win the league.
Especially if you want to win the championship title. In terms of the head-to-head, you realize that marginally so in 65 meetings, Man City have won 27, Arsenal 26, and there were 12 draws. You can see that it can go either way, but having seen Man City with confidence, I think they should avenge this match and then win this match convincingly so, because of Arsenal, they're starting to press those panic buttons, and you don't need such when you're challenging for the league title.
Talking of Arsenal pressing those panic buttons, the big issue here is going to boil down to the coaches, to the managers, the experience of the coaches. Pep Guardiola on the other side for Manchester City has been there, done that. He's got a lot of t-shirts to show for it. On the other side, Arsenal head coach Mikel Arteta, no experience when it comes to winning, when it comes to these crucial pressure stages. So surely Manchester City, they can be fancied, especially considering that how vastly experienced their manager in the form and shape of Pep Guardiola. He's been doing this Cabo Barcelona, Cabo Bayern Munich. He's been doing this season in, season out.
I think he'll want to go out. Remember the mind game that he once played the other time
in November.
Where Arsenal is a good team. Arsenal, they'll win the league. You could he's playing a mind game this one, but tomorrow he'll go all out. But I'm not anticipating so many goals. I think a team that will score first definitely will win that match. But for this one, because of Man City are on form, I'll go with Man City to close that gap deficit of 6 points to 3 points.
Oh yes, mighty Gunners. That's what my co-pilot Modiba Peter predicts come tomorrow. He expects the mighty citizens to make life difficult for the mighty Gunners. I believe the current lead Arsenal, that cushion that they have at the moment is 6 points, 70 points, and Manchester City, they've got 64 points. So come tomorrow, should Arsenal, Manchester City go on and win that encounter as per, not my prediction, as per Modiba Peter's prediction, that 6 points lead will be shaved down to just a mere 3 points. That will automatically spell trouble for Arsenal. The pressure will definitely kick in. The big question is, Arsenal, do they have players who can absorb pressure when the going gets tough, as it is right now?
Definitely, they will be tested. I just want to see them. If they don't win the league this season, I don't know. I don't see them winning it in the future. So it's now or never for them. But for Man City, the mind game that was played by the coach Pep Guardiola now is paying dividends. So hopefully he will just hang on to say, let's collect a victory, and then let's see in the next coming 5 games that we'll have to wrap up the season. Maybe they can drop points again, and goal difference also will be a factor as well.
Oh yes, the last time Arsenal won the English Premier League, that was more than 2 decades. It was more than 20 years ago. Sure. And for the past 3 or 4 seasons, they've been trying, and when it matters most, they always found wanting and crumbling, especially at this stage. It's either they throw the league to Manchester City. Last season, they throw it to Liverpool. And when Liverpool were doing a bad this season, everybody thought, okay, Arsenal, you'll eventually get it right this time around. But that loss against the Bournemouth last weekend, surely that was an invite to Manchester City to say, Manchester City, we as Arsenal, we don't want to win this English Premier League. Don't you guys want to win it? If you want to win it, come, let's see what you can do. And oh boy, did Manchester City accept the invite. They demolished Chelsea last weekend by 3-0, and they made their intentions very, very clear and said, Arsenal, this is one of the biggest mistakes that you have just done by losing to Bournemouth at home. We'll definitely accept the invite. And oh boy, do we want the English Premier League, or do we want it? And to make it worse, you, Arsenal, you are coming to our own backyard. It is a no-brainer that Manchester City, they will definitely not make it any easy at all for the current table toppers, Arsenal. It is going to be tough indeed.
It's do or die. So let's see, because Pep Guardiola is really saying we've won it before. I think it season before last when Liverpool came in home as well.
Come up back to back now, Manchester City.
Back to back Manchester City, and at some point they even thrashed the neighbours Man United heavily. So you can see that he's on a mission as well, to say let's drop them points, and then the least that they don't want to get is a draw. So there must be a winner.
Yes, still with the English Premier League, the other good news that are making the rounds in as far as the English Premier League is concerned is that last night Coventry City, they've earned themselves the promotion back to the English Premier League. They are coached by the former Chelsea player and English player. He also coached about Everton. There is none other than Frank Lampard. I remember jersey number 8. He was wearing jersey number 8 when he was turning up for Chelsea. After 25 years, wow. Coventry City finally last night they earned that promotion back to the English Premier League. So they will be taking on your Arsenal, your Manchester City, Manchester United, come about Liverpool come next season. They've experienced a lot of ups and downs. It's the Coventry City in the past 25 years when they were relegated from the English Premier League. They experienced 3 relegations and they fired 15 managers in that period. They changed the home grounds 3 times. So Coventry City, they had seen it all in the past 25 years. Eventually, last night, Oh, they got to the promised land when they drew 1-1 with the Blackburn Rovers with 3 games to go. So congratulations are in order indeed for Coventry City and Frank Lampard and his boys for earning that promotion to the Premier League. They've done themselves a very, very great job indeed. That is Coventry City on earning that promotion back to the Premier League. Let's see how did that go down last night, actually, when Coventry City played 1-1 with the Blackburn Rovers, and that's all that they needed, a draw to secure that promotion back to the English Premier League, to the Elite League, to the Big Boys League. And this soundbite is a courtesy of Super Sport.
And there it is, the final whistle, the sound that ends the wait of a generation. 25 years in the wilderness, 3 times they fell, a brush with oblivion, seasons spent as guests in borrowed homes, but they never lost themselves. And now Coventry City have found their way back. They are promoted to the Premier League.
Yes, 25 years in the wilderness. That is the state of affairs of Coventry City. But effectively, from this morning, they are back to the English Premier League, to the Elite League, in as far as English football is concerned.
Very true. So who's joining them between, as you know, West Ham as well as
Ipswich, yeah.
Wolves?
Yes.
They might be relegated.
They will be. Wolves are relegated.
I'm curious about Tottenham Hotspur. I just want to know how will the new coach change the situation. Roberto Zepi there, so he's got this 5-6 matches left to rescue the team. Failure to do that, I see Tottenham Hotspur going, and that will be a huge embarrassment for such a team, which at some point they challenge for the league title as well. But this Ugo Tudor, having done them disappointments, I think they delayed the dismissal of his tenure.
Oh yes, that's how where things stand in as far as the English Premier League is concerned. Congratulations are in order yet again for Coventry City, who last night and that promotion back to the Elite League, as they will be rubbing shoulders with the big guns in as far as the English football is concerned. I'm trying to get a sound bite of one of the Coventry City players. Let's hear what he has to say. That is one of the Coventry City players in jubilation mood, obviously, and who can blame him? Let's hear what he said. Oh, yes, it looks like we are not winning in as far as this.
We actually did it. We're in the Premier League. Arsenal, United, Chelsea. We'll see you. I cannot believe it. 25 years away and it's over. We actually did it. We're in the Premier League. Arsenal, United, Chelsea. We'll see you.
Did you really have to mention Arsenal and Chelsea? This guy is being personal. Oh yes, I talk of Arsenal. All the best of luck to the current table toppers in as far as the English Premier League is concerned. That is Arsenal as they invade Etihad Arena come tomorrow afternoon against the second place Manchester City. Since we have played Manchester City and them, before we are blamed for being biased, let's try and play something from the mighty Gunners, just to ensure that we are impartial here in the studio in as far as tomorrow's Titanic clash is concerned. Here's something for the mighty Gunners. Arsenal, enjoy this. North London forever. Arsenal FC. All the best of luck. May the best team win come tomorrow afternoon as the current English Premier League table toppers Arsenal, the Mighty Cutters, invade Etihad Arena as they lock horns with the second placed Manchester City, led by the very, very experienced manager in the former chap of Pep Guardiola. Now we're coming closer to home. Let's talk domestic football. There's a Betway Premiership. Things are happening. Kaizer Chiefs, when all the trophies were still available, your Nedbank Cup, about MTN, Carling Cup, even the league, Kaizer Chiefs, they were found wanting, huffing and puffing. Then Chigi, when all the trophies are finished, they've gained their form. At the moment, Kaizer Chiefs, they've won 5 games back to back. Where was this form all along, Motiba?
They just pitched up from nowhere unexpectedly, so because we thought we were going to continue struggling, scoring that 1 goal per match, which at some point they're even being mocked by fans to say this ones they are only scoring 1 goal. So we know that they'll score 1 goal, oppositions will score 2 goals, referring to the match against Stellenbosch, which they ended up losing following missed chances in that game. So by then, suddenly they just thrashed Mackenzie by 4 goals to 1. Midweek as well, to say we just continue with our run of form, and I've been impressed with the players like your Flavio Silva, Mdudisi Shabalala. This is Mdudisi Shabalala who was under criticism to say he gets into good positions but he doesn't convert those chances. But suddenly he came back against Orbit College when they won 3-1. He scored a goal. Came back against Vincent Makesi. He scored a goal from Frosler as well, coming from nowhere following the injury to Dylan Solomons, and then Tabiso Monyane also coming in, and while he's been given there, he's applied the 2 goals coming in as a sub. That was a shared class to show his experience. That's a first to say to the technical team, I'm still available. I still want to play. As you know, they are also preparing for the derby. So then it put pressure to the 2, Cedric Gaze as well as Colin Ben Youssef, to say who's going to start the derby, because now Refrosler comes back against Makesi. He's applied the 2 goals. Tabiso Monyane as also, it's been good. He's applied also a goal to Mdudisi Shabalala against Orbit College. So those were just interesting. But for me, Makesi, they're just under siege. Coach Alan Fries is under pressure, because at some point I heard him say management can take any decision that they like, but then he can't force the players to score the goals and put the ball in the back of the net, which has been their concern. But in that game, they scored a wonderful goal from Teboho Mofokeng, but it wasn't enough because already Kaizer Chiefs were leading 3-0. So all in all, they need to fix the defense and make sure that those other players whom I used to see when they won the Carling knockout, I don't see them anymore. Dinal Abrahams. I don't know what happened to striker there. I'm sure I say midfielder, the Edmo Chiram Badare, who used to play for Kaizer Chiefs. He wasn't there as well. At the back as well, you ask questions to say, I couldn't say one of them, Mokoni. I'm like, what is happening? Too many changes by the coach. Kabelo Mahlasela is also been signed by the club. He's not playing. So many things that are happening. There's a player called Divine Mashiane coming from Royal AM. He wasn't playing. So the coach doesn't have structure, and this thing of chopping and changing, because they sacked John Maduka, is affecting them now. Now they're currently in the basement of the log, and they need to catch up with the likes of Orbit College and Marumo Callens, as both that they clocked on 19 points and they're currently on 17 points at the basement of the log. So it's not looking good for Makesi. I think people from Seshego, my hometown, they will be disappointed to say they won't be able to watch the Betway Premiership come next season.
From the basement to the top of the Betway Premiership log standing, where it matters most, the defending champions, Mamelodi Sundowns, with a game in hand, they're still leading the proceedings.
Definitely following Orlando Pirates slumbering against Richards Bay to a 2-2 draw. So this is where they could have done better, but they do have a second chance to say Mamelodi Sundowns again, they're off action, which means after this afternoon they will be having 2 games on hand. To say we are playing Stellenbosch next weekend. Orlando Pirates are hosting Amazulu at the Orlando Stadium. This is the same Amazulu which has never beaten them in the last 13 years. So I think it's a Hudu team. Athazone need to change that record. But I don't know if
he can't change it this afternoon, considering that they are on the road to Pirates.
And a Hudu Tiger can be very dangerous, especially how they missed those sitters against Richards Bay.
Yeah, last week.
Also, Athazone as well, he's got these elements of inconsistency which he needs to work on. But it's not going to be easy. I'm not so sure if they'll play this young goalkeeper or Tumzimela. Judging from how Orlando Pirates, they take long ranges, I think that maybe they might even try Richard Ofori, their former goalkeeper, to say at least you've got an experience. You can prove a point against your former team. You've got Tariq Phillips at the back. Sandile Mtetwa, the former defender as well. So you check one of the right back is suspended for that match. I don't know if Bongani Zungu will get to play. Orlando Pirates will be saying we made a blunder by substituting Osuna Apolis while he was doing well in that game against Richards Bay, but Relabule Mufukeng, as you know, always an impact player. Sepang Moremi, he wasn't that productive in that game against Richards Bay, but hopefully the coach has corrected his mistakes to say we need to fix our defense. I don't know if CBC will play with Lebona Siema, or maybe they might come and try one of the defenders there at the back, Mpochabatsane, the former Marumo Gallants, to play with one of them. I think there's some future. I'm expecting some future changes from the coach after what happened last
Surely,
weekend.
but Siema will play for following that cracker of the equalizer against the Richards Bay. Surely, Siema will fancy his chances.
A sheer beauty, a wonderful goal for, and it's not a need before. I think it's a need before. If you can go back to the Orlando Pirates match against Orbit College, that is where an individual brilliance was needed, because of at some point I felt the game was going to get goalless, but he just came in and unleashed a rocket against the Lesotho goalkeeper Sogane Moerane. This is where speaking of Sogane Moerane, Orbit College as well, they're not doing well. They need to improve as well. So on that note, I do have fixtures as well. Marumo Gallants welcomes Welele at the very same Free State. I don't know if it's a derby or what. Kickoff is at 3 o'clock, and to the fans out there, matches are now kicking off at 3 o'clock due to winter season at the horizon as well. So Orbit College will welcome Golden Arrows. So Golden Arrows might say already we've beaten them in the league and the cup game by 3-0. So can we do it for the third time? We'll have to wait and see. I think Mangoba Mniti will want to consolidate, considering that Stellenbosch have just thrashed United 3-1 yesterday, where we spoke about it off air, that goalkeeper Ronaldo Lina was just having a howler of a performance on the night. So something else. And then later on, 5:30, Kaizer Chiefs will travel to the old Peter Mokaba Stadium against Polokwane City. It's always difficult playing against these teams which likes a low block. This is where I'm expecting Polokwane City to take the game to Kaizer Chiefs to say you are playing at home. We've beaten Mamelodi Sundowns at the very same venue before last season, so it's going to be an interesting one to say, can Putime have cause an upset? Did he have an advantage to go through Kaizer Chiefs and watch them during the week when they thrashed Makesi? So I think we'll get those answers later on in the evening. TS Galaxy will welcome Richards Bay tomorrow, as well as Makesi up against Durban City, struggling Makesi at Seshoko Stadium. Maybe they might get something there at the event, but Durban City as well have been winless. I think they lost 2 matches on the trot, both by solitary goals. I think Pitso Tata, he looked dejected against Golden Arrows and Mamelodi Sundowns when he lost those 2 matches. This is where I just want to see if they will be able to surprise Makesi there. But I think they've been doing well. They've also gone to the Nedbank Cup final. I think they will want to boost that confidence going forward. And tomorrow as well, Makesi will welcome Durban City. I think those matches are taking place tomorrow. TS Galaxy up against Richards Bay, and Beganovic hasn't been doing well as well.
Oh, yes.
But Bizotwane will be boosted by that draw against Orlando Pirates. But the game between the two sides always ends in a draw. But will it be the case? I think we'll get the answers tomorrow. Coach Adnan Beganovic, you just thrashed 6-0 by Pirates. Polokwane City 2-1, Kaizer Chiefs as well last weekend 2-0. So he needs to improve as well. It's not looking good for team of they call it the Rockets, Siatomuza, under the owner there, Tim Sukazi. They're not pleasing as well. Then come next week Wednesday, Mamelodi Sundowns will welcome Stellenbosch. I think the big fixture that is taking place will come and dissect it next week. The Soweto Derby, Orlando Pirates this time around hosting Kaizer Chiefs at the FNB Stadium. So mother of all derbies, it's going to be an interesting one. We will be here to dissect it into pieces as well. But so far, points will be crucial. I think this is a time where we'll know who's going to be relegated. At least Kaizer Chiefs this time around, they are in the top 8 after 2 seasons failing to qualify. So also on a verge of going for a CAF Confederations Cup again. But they're saying we want that position too. Orlando Pirates, if they squander that opportunity, we will overtake them. But still a long way to go because of Pirates. They've got 10 game points in their hands. Kaizer Chiefs have got a game in hand. Will it be a points gained? I think we'll get to know in that game against Suwelele, because of it will play after the Soweto Derby.
Oh yes, so that is the current state of affairs. And as far as South African Betway Premiership is concerned, where Amazulu all eyes will be on that match against the second place the Orlando Pirates that will Amazulu FC usuthu mabhashankwani nyongane hlazana mabona bulawe abafana basembelebeleni change their fortunes and beat Orlando Pirates in their own backyard like my co-pilot Motiba Peter rightfully mentioned that Amazulu they have not beaten Orlando Pirates for the past how many 13 years. So will that change come this afternoon? And mind you, Amazulu they are on the road. They are visiting Orlando Pirates here in Soweto. Westkama Minzela is good at Orlando Amstel Arena. So surely it is a no-brainer that Amazulu they might just find they're going a little bit too tough for them. And then the Kaizer Chiefs this weekend, another talking point is that will they go on and stretch their winning streak to 6 wins back to back? That's going to be a nice record indeed for Kaizer Chiefs, the mighty Glamour Boys, especially building up to the Soweto Derby come next weekend on Sunday, the 26th of April. That's going to be on a Sunday. We haven't seen the Soweto Derby play on Sunday for a very, very long time, but come next weekend, we'll get to experience that. But luckily, on a Monday, the 27th of April, it is a public holiday, so the fans, they will have enough chance to travel back to their destinations straight after that Soweto Derby. So surely all the road will be leading to the Crown Mines FNB Stadium come next weekend as we build up to the Soweto Derby yet again. And then still with the football, let's quickly go back to Italian football and look at Serie A and see how things stand in as far as Italian football is concerned, where two teams from San Siro, from Milan, they seem to be trying to be battling it up, but Inter Milan, they seem to have this under control.
Very true, and currently they are really stretching those gap, 9 points now. So you can see that with the 6 games that are left, obviously they will be crowned champions. I think they've done well, especially in their last match where they won 4-3, fought hard away from home against Como. But you look at the very same AC Milan, they dropped points playing 1-1 draw, so which wasn't pleasing for me. So to say we've just entered our chances, but this time around, definitely Inter Milan will be crowned champions. And on that note, we do have fixtures taking place this wonderful afternoon. At 3 o'clock, we've got Udinese up against Parma. There's later on at 6 o'clock, Napoli will welcome Lazio. And then 9:15, Roma will welcome Atalanta. Tomorrow as well, Cremonese up against Torino. At 12:30, 3 o'clock, we've got Verona at home up against AC Milan. Then there's Pisa up against Genoa as well at 6 o'clock. Juventus up against Bologna at 9:15, concurrently with Lis up against Fiorentina. So Lis as well, they need to start picking up those points. Failure to do that, they'll find themselves out being chopped for relegation. So it's really happening, but so far Inter Milan on the right track.
Oh yes, Inter Milan, definitely they've got this Serie A Italian league under their control. As Moteba rightfully mentioned that they've got how many? 9 points, cushion lead. And it doesn't look like they will let that lead go by any chance. And especially considering looking at what they did last night, they took on Cagliari and they beat them by 3-0. That was last night. So surely it is a no-brainer that Inter Milan, they're on form. They've got this Serie A under their firm control. And then elsewhere, Sao Solo, they got the better of Como when they beat them 2-1. That was last night in as far as Italian football is concerned.
Indeed, so which means now the gap is 12 points. It's no longer 9 points until the very same AC Milan gets to play against Verona away from home. So for me, they'll definitely will be crowned champions. So they've done a stellar job.
Oh yes, talking of Inter Milan being crowned champions come end of this season, don't forget that should they go on and do exactly that, they will get to see themselves stretching their winning streak or their winning record in as far as the Italian football is concerned to 21st time. They will be doing it for 21 times in as far as Serie A is concerned. They are number 2 to the old lady, that is the Juventus, who had won the Italian league for the record. Listen to this, 36 times, with their crosstown rivals in the former shape of AC Milan having won the Serie A 19 times. So surely Inter Milan, they've got that record on their mind as well, as they hope to close that gap of that record win of by Juventus of 36 times, as Inter Milan they will get to stretch their win to 21st times. Let's quickly go for a breather. When we return, we'll be talking cricket. That is the Indian Premier League. So as a South African women's cricket, as they lock horns with their Indian counterparts.
Ever heard a baby bellow at the top of its lungs in a public place, far from your best music track, right? For a more beautiful note, contact Nirvana Sounds for your studio and live recordings. We engineer sound to perfection according to your specifications. We ensure crisp and clear audio-video conversions and delight your function with sound, stage and lights for hire. Our quotes are pleasurable to the ear. Contact us now on 083 945 7664. Nirvana Sounds.
In a world where compassion is needed, Ashraful Aid lent a hand to the Palestinian refugees. A source of warmth in the chill of winter, we supported children and families in Jordan. An indication to humanity's resilience and the power of unity. Embrace the spirit of giving because every bit counts. Together we can make a difference. Donate today.
The best music on the best radio show.
No matter how hard I try,
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Chair. To the diva herself, that is none other than Chair, giving us that legendary song, Believe. Oh, yes. Talking of a diva, you definitely cannot talk about divas and leave out Uche. Oh boy, she's such a legendary diva. That is Uche. She has retired, I believe, in as far as music is concerned, but once a diva, always a diva. You just cannot talk about divas and do not mention Uche in the very same breath. She gave us one of her best tracks, indeed, titled Believe. Time is definitely not on our side. We seem to be running behind the schedule. Talking of time, it is 23 minutes before 1 o'clock on this 18th day of April 2026. But let's try and see how much can we salvage before we definitely run out of time. Let's dive straight to cricket. That is none other than Indian Premier League that is definitely dominating the cricket discussion at the moment.
Very true. And you look at a team called the Royal Challengers Bengaluru.
So defending
champions who surprised the Punjab Kings last season. So they didn't start in a good way, but as time goes, they started picking up. So we've got also the results of some of the matches that played yesterday with the likes of Gujarat Titans managing to host Kolkata Knight Riders, and in that game we saw Kolkata Knight Riders managed to post 180 runs after 20 overs, and the very same Gujarat Titans managed 181 for 5 after 19.4 overs. So, but on that note, Gujarat Titans were the winners by 5 wickets. So let's see, and in terms of the fixtures that are taking place as well this wonderful afternoon, Royal Challengers Bengaluru, the defending champions, will welcome Delhi Capitals. Sunrisers Hyderabad will welcome the Chennai Super Kings. So I'm looking at the team that has most number of titles here. It is Mumbai Indians, but currently they're second from the basement, which means they need to start pushing up with so many number of matches to play going forward, because of both teams are supposed to play first round and second round, which means in total there should be 18 games to be played in this wonderful IPL, that is Indian Premier League. So Punjab Kings, the last season's runners-up losers, are top of the standings with 9 points. Some of the teams have played 5 matches, and then there's Royal Challengers Bengaluru also at number 2 with 8 points, and then Rajasthan Royals at number 3 with 4 points. Should I say with 8 points as well? That's separated by a net running rate. And then we've got Sunrisers as Hyderabad. This is a team which is very strong at some point, but they've only won only one title with 4 points at number 4. And then number 5, we've got Delhi Capitals with 4 points as well. Gujarat Titans at number 6, 4 points as well. Lucknow Super Giants at number 7, 4 points. Chennai Super Kings at number 8, 4 points. And then number 9, we've got the Mumbai Indians, which they need to start picking up points with 2 points. And then Kolkata Knight Riders at the basement, number 10, with just a point. So there's a lot to play for. So let's see if they will be able to defend their titles at Royal Challengers Bengaluru. And then let's look at Punjab Kings. Can they hold on until the round-robin matches are over, until the playoffs and the final? So a lot is still a marathon, but this is a time for them to pick up points.
Oh yes, that's how things are standing as far as Indian Premier League that is currently underway. So surely, if you are a cricket fan, you definitely don't want to be left behind as far as Indian Premier League is concerned. Still with the Indian cricket, but this time around, let's talk Indian women cricket. Indian women team is currently in South Africa. They are visiting their South African women counterparts. They got their first game underway last night down in Durban at Banana at Kingsmead Cricket Stadium was the venue where those two women cricket giants locked horns. I believe the home side South Africa, they won the toss and they sent in their visitors, that is the Indian women's side, and India, they went on and posted 157 runs in that first T20 match, with Kaur posting 47 runs not out, and Rodriguez also followed Kaur by posting most runs, 36 runs from 29 balls, and Verma posted 34 runs, having faced 20 balls rather. And then South Africa, they came in for their innings, hoping to overhaul that scoreline of 158 runs for a win, since India posted 157 runs. And oh boy, South Africa, they accepted the challenge. They say, okay, let's get cracking. Let's see about this. We are the home teams. We won the toss. We are the ones that are dictating the terms. We sent you India to bat first. You posted 157. Let's see how we go about this. And then South Africa, they went on and they went on and overhauled that score with so much ease. I can comfortably say that they did that with 5 balls to spare in just 19.1 overs. South Africa, they went on and posted 158 runs, having lost just mere 4 wickets, which was enough to say that South Africa walk away victorious by a massive 6 wickets win. Obviously, looking at the South Africa's scoreboard, Captain fantastic Laura Vorwald, it's no surprise that he's sitting at the top, having posted more runs in as far as South African players are concerned. He posted 51 runs, having faced 39 balls, followed by Dexin, who posted 44 runs not out, having faced 34 balls. And then Tryon as well was not going to be outdone. He faced 16 balls and he posted 18 runs not out. So surely there was enough to see South Africa drawing first blood down in Durban, KwaZulu-Natal.
Definitely. I'm always impressed with Laura Volvaert. She hardly disappoints. You can see Annery Dixon, Chloe Tryon, they also came to the party. Very impressive. Let's see, because of the next game will definitely take place tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, the 19th. And then the other 2 matches will take place at the Wanderers Stadium on the 22nd as well as the 25th. So the fans out there, go there, rally behind our very own Proteas women under the leadership of Coach Mandla Mashimbi.
Who's doing very well.
Who's doing absolutely so well. So hopefully, because of India, I tough not to crack. India won't just leave things hanging like that. So they'll come out guns blazing to say, we want to level the score come tomorrow. So it will be war. So I can't wait for that wonderful action. It's going to be because of, you mentioned Lady Verma there.
Yes.
What a player for India.
For India,
she
yes.
actually disappoints. I've seen him during the World Cup against us Proteas when we lost in that ODI. So fantastic player. South Africa needs to be aware of her.
Oh, yes, because not every Dick, Tom and Jabulani gets up in the morning and get to beat India. For you to beat India, you must definitely bring on your A game. And that's exactly what South Africa did last night down in Durban, eThekwini Kakasini World Cup Banana at Kingsmead Cricket Stadium. In case you missed how it went down, here is a Smolanyana sound bite for you. Just some Smolanyana action, how South Africa got the better of India last night. And this sound bite is courtesy of Super Sport.
It's all over! It is a Raider Tire Super 6 to seal it for South Africa in the opening T20 International between South Africa and India. But South Africa come out on top.
Oh, yes, that's how it went down last weekend. Congratulations are in order for South Africa for now. They've still got a series ahead of them. So it's not, the job is not yet done.
There's still more for T20 series to come. So at least if you can just seal the second T20, then it will put India under pressure. So they must just focus, and then these are some of the games that they need to take serious because of the World Cup as well. It's not far.
Oh yes, let's quickly go for a breather. When we return, we'll be talking rugby. Vodacom United Rugby Championship is definitely on the horizon.
The best music on the best radio show.
It's my house. Thank you very much, fella, for jazzing me up. Kachula kagitaki, mamela, galelemela, ikuluku kalitomesa, focus kutamesa, bugalap, wamamela, kisela vela, pampita mambuli atamaisela, kitodala mabatula tuza jedi da ya, kitodala na mikoko sosoli get high, kuzo kali pisi, kitila tesha, kita weteta, forest don't stop them for move, don't tell us cool, I'm part of the best group in the industry. What you want from me? First album, Black Plus. You don't wanna die when I'm dressed up. You don't wanna die when I'm dressed up. Just 7 years later, I'm still getting paid. I'm shit behind the scene like a play. Hey, hey, you don't know I'm about to let you get it like that. You don't know I'm the rock, I'm sorry to get high. You so kind of pissy, it's that tension. It's a wet tension. It's a real better. You so kind of pissy, it's that tension. It's a wet tension. Now so better, it's a forest, don't stop them for move, don't get up good, young let's do it, the zombie let's cool, forest, don't stop them for move, don't get up good, young let's do it, the zombie let's cool, balele, 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 it's a babusa, it's a babusa, balele.
It's my house, it's my roof, it's my rules. If you live under my roof, you'll always live under my rules. Oh, those are the words that are always uttered by the parents when you start thinking that you are a big boy or a big girl. The parents, they always pull that line. They say, it's my house, it's my roof, it's my rules. If you're not happy with my rules, that gate is wide open. You can always make use of it. And don't forget to close that door behind you when you make use of that gate. So our parents, they always remind us every now and then, hey, it's my house. So thank you very much to Kabelo Mapalane, who gave us that song, It's My House. Time is definitely not on our side. Let's dive straight to rugby. That is a Vodacom-nominated rugby that makes the return this weekend.
Yes, following a lengthy Investor Cup, but finally it reaches its end, and semi-finals will take place a week after next week, where Leinster will host RC Toulon, and Betty Beckles, the defending champions, will welcome Bath Rugby. So on that note, let's ship into the United Rugby Championship. There were 3 matches that took place last night, where Edinburgh won 31-30 marginally so against the bottom-rooted Zebri. And then Dragons as well lost by 7-47 against the Vodacom Bulls. Vodacom Bulls making their intentions clear to say we want to finish within the top 8 with the 3 games that are left to wrap up the round robins as well. Then the Ulster as well went down 21-29 against the defending champions, that is the Leinster. So So those are the results, and then fixtures as well taking place this wonderful afternoon as well as in the evening. The Stormers will welcome the Connacht. I think the Stormers also will want to consolidate because of currently the win for Leinster pushes them. In fact, they're still second, Leinster third because of the points difference there as well. They're 11 on 51 points. Trailing Glasgow Warriors by 4 points, and then the Lions as well will welcome the red hot in form Glasgow Warriors, whom they also bowed out of the what you call United Rugby Championship, should I say Investor Cup. The Scarlets as well welcome the Cardiff Rugby later on at 6:30. Then Benetton up against the Munster at 9:15, as well as Ospreys up against the Sharks. The Sharks as well need to come out of that top 8. Bottom 8 and then go straight into the top 8 if they get to record a victory against the Ospreys. So so far they need to pick up. There's a battle between number 10 as well as number 11, but so far Glasgow Warriors on 55 points, Thomas 51 points, Leinster on 51 points at number 3, then the Ulster there at number 4, 47 points, followed by the Lions at number 5, 43 points, and Cardiff Rugby at number 6 on 41 points, Munster as well at number 7, and then Vodacom Bulls, because of that win, they'll jump to number 5, which is good. So only Sharks, let's see how their performance will pan up this afternoon. So it's really happening. 3 games to go to wrap up the round robin, and let's see if they'll do well in the knockout stages. Will Leinster defend their title, or Glasgow Warriors comes up and continue with their red hot form in the round robin? I think we'll get those answers as soon as May comes to an end.
Yes, so that's how things are standing as far as 2026 Vodacom United Rugby Championship is concerned. It is also nice to see that DHL Stormers, they're at least back to that second position. Yes, at some stage they were sitting comfortably at the top till the Sharks happened, and we don't know what Sharks did to Stormers. For some reason, Stormers, they got to see themselves losing back to back against the boys from Durban, and after that, they experienced a series of losses, but they've regained their rhythm. They are sitting at second place. And talking of Sharks, let's hope they will eventually get it right and may just make it sneak in with their skin of their teeth in the top 8 bracket, which will be enough to get to see the Sharks also getting a chance to participate in the knockout stages of the Vodacom United Rugby Championship 2026. Is concerned, because the other 3 South African teams, that is the Stormers, Lions, and Vodacom Blue Bulls, they are already in the top 8 bracket. They're a little bit safinyana in as far as knockout stages are concerned. But Sharks, they still have to back their way up, starting this afternoon against the Ospreys. But luckily for the Sharks, their fate is lying in their own hands. So should they go on and win their last 3 games, that will be enough to see them making it to the top 8 bracket. In so doing, get to participate in the knockout stages. Still with the South African rugby, don't forget that this week the Varsity Cup, the curtain finally came down, which in the men's category we got to see University of Pretoria walking away victorious and crowned 2026 FNB Varsity Cup, while in the women's category last night the curtain only came down in the women's category where we saw University of Western Cape. They took on the University of Fort Hare, which we saw University of Fort Hare crowned champions. That was only last night. So congratulations are in order indeed for the University of Fort Hare in as far as the women's category is concerned, and University of Pretoria, who were crowned 2026 FNB Varsity Cup champions in the men's category. Still with the rugby, let's quickly go to Super Rugby Pacific. That's where South African teams used to participate before they change allegiance to the Northern Hemisphere and participate in the Vodacom United Rugby Championship. It is looking at the Super Rugby Pacific. It is around 10. We saw yesterday Highlanders, they were on the road. They lost 40-47 against the home side Blues, while Waratahs got the better of Mon Pana Pacifica. They beat them by 20-14. Today, we'll get to see the New Zealand outfit in the form and shape of Chiefs. They welcome another New Zealand outfit in the form and shape of Hurricanes. Australian team, there's the Brumbies. They welcome Fijian Druja from Fiji. That is for sure. Another Western Australian outfit, that is the Western Force. They welcome the New Zealand outfit and the defending champions, the mighty Crusaders. That's going to be a cracker of the game. Actually, that game gets underway in the next 30 minutes, where we'll get to see the defending champions, Crusaders, take on Western Force. Let's quick go for a breather. When we return, we'll just quickly zoom into netball. That is a South African netball, of course, goes by the name of Telkom Netball League.
You're listening.
You're now listening to the best.
Did you ever think? With distraction, boys escalate. I'll bet you DJ Box. No busy. Distraction, boys. Little I'm Kalawan, I'm a dad. Sabalikal. Ariage Magwala. Kuzogaval. I never know what Val. Rahabisabal. Harishabatu Sopala. Barbo. Regabujola no. Sabana bato sakano, ona remixa masala no. Takamo, takebo, chica, jive, sajampisa. Shabatu sopala, wale vampisa. Woza, 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 woza. Balaza, babise bonke, babise bonke, babise bonke. Bazo, bona senta. Sanja Pesu, Kibela Pesquento, Kibela Pesca Spica, Chaiva, Waya, Sishai, Palaza, Telubus, Engitin, Teluk Malengo, Nyavumana, Anginiswa, Hekiri, Pupotosa Volume, Yadumelana, Nyavumana. Woza, Palaza, Babise Bonke, Bazo, Wonder Center. Usawara calceta, mame. I'll bet you to you. 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 No one zoxeta. No one zoxeta. Usawara calceta. Usawara calceta, mame. I'll bet you to you. 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 No one zoxeta. No one zoxeta.
Tuso Pala. Thank you very much to DJ Cleo and DJ Bugs and Lapana Bizizi. They gave us the song titled Tuso Pala. Tuso Pala is the former Mamelodi Sundowns, Platinum Stars, Kaizer Chiefs.
Yes.
Did I mention former Super Sport? Yes, he was a key player for Super Sport. And at some stage, I got to have a privilege to interview the guy, and he told me that in that interview that when SuperSport approached him, they told him that, hey, Palaza, come to SuperSport. We're gonna build a SuperSport around you. And then, oh boy, did Tusopala accepted that responsibility. He went on and blossomed Lapana Gomatanza Apidor, and he did pretty well go Pidori as it turned up for SuperSport United. And surely the whole SuperSport United was built around him. He was definitely the face of SuperSport United. That is Tusopala, who also did the business for Bafana. Yes. That is South Africa's senior men's team. And you must know that you are very, very good if one of the big artists in the form and shape of about DJ Cleo go on and make a song about you and have the song dedicated to you. And Utusopala is one of those players who got to enjoy that. We saw about the likes of Temkosi Lodge. We saw Okabza the Smaller doing the song about Temkosi Lodge and about Steve Lekwelea back in the days. But Tusopala, he enjoyed this song by DJ Cleo. And like I said, surely Unja Ehulu, if these big artists, they go and make the song about you.
Yeah, that's quality. So I was so impressed. I didn't know that there's a house song that is involved with his name. So
yes,
and you can see it can rock the especially the fans who likes those clapping and clapping.
And his signature dance, you just had to laugh. Tusopala's signature dance. I don't know how.
Very fun.
I mean,
very creative.
Very creative, especially looking at Tusopala's board. You do not expect him to dance,
and to be flexible.
To be flexible because he looks like some kind of umzimbo.
Yeah.
But surprise, Tusopala, the moment he pulls on that, I don't know how. My dance moves are
sometimes
very.
He even rolls on the floor.
I don't know how he went about it. Something like this. Only Tusopala knew how to pull that dance. That is DJ Cleo, who made that dedicating a song to a tribute song rather to Tusopala. Talking of Tusopala, maybe in case you are wondering what is he up to these days, I believe he is doing a business for Dihlake Masters. They are very, very active. I've been following them on social media. They are a very, very star-studded side. That is the Dihlake Masters. Most of the former Bafana players, they are in that team. The likes of Abo Innocent Mdlele, they are there. Abo Old John Mabizela, they're in there. Of your Mary, Shakes Ngwenya, Tabiso Ramile, Ninja Mofukeng, obviously naye kuTusopala. They're all there. Yeah, abo Rupeni bakhona lapana. Clifford Ngobeni Nsimbi. He's also there in the middle of the park. It is a very, very star-studded side. That is Dihlake Masters. In case you wanted to get a chance to watch Dihlake Masters, come next weekend, the 25th of April. You can get to watch them here in Johannesburg, where Gauteng will take on Limpopo, where at Rand Water football grounds. That's the first game gets underway come 12 o'clock, where we'll get to see the home side Rand Water Masters. They take on Lephalale City Masters. Obviously, they are from Limpopo. And the Rand Water Masters, obviously, they are from Gauteng. And then in the second game, that is at 2 p.m., we get to see Dihlake Masters take on Bembe Masters. That's a big encounter indeed. Surely, looking at these top four teams, it is a no-brainer that it is Gauteng versus Limpopo with Randwater Masters getting the things underway at 12 p.m. as they take on Lephalale City Masters, and Dihlake Masters at 2 p.m. doing business against Bembe Masters. And then the final is scheduled to get underway come 6 p.m. The big question is, who will it be? Will it be the Gauteng teams, Randwater versus Dihlake Masters in that 6 p.m. final, or will it be a mix of Gauteng versus Limpopo in the final yet again? So if you are around the Gauteng, so make your way to Randwater soccer grounds and get to see those Masters doing a business about Tusopala. Surely, if you get to score, surely you'll get to see Tusopala performing their Tusopala dance challenge. I can tell you free of charge, he has not lost anything in as far as his dance moves are concerned. That is Palaza or Laza, if you will. So that's how things are standing as far as the Legends or Masters football is concerned. It is all taking center stage at Randwater Soccer Grounds, 25th of April this month, 2026. Games getting underway come 12 p.m. Now, moving away from Masters football and dive straight to netball. That is a South African netball in the form and shape of Telkom Netball League, which is making a return for 2026 season. And we are told that Power Week 1 is heading to KwaZulu-Natal, eThekwini Gagasi Kwelka Banana. Durban University of Technology is tipped. It is not tipped, it is guaranteed and confirmed to be the venue. That's where Power Week 1 will get underway in Durban University of Technology.
At the Steve Biko campus, this is where Durban University of Technology, the action will be packed. Power Week 1 way. I even saw some of the fixtures like Tornadoes will host the Lilies, Chukuru up against the Diamonds, Sunbeds up against Sonoblom, King of Kings welcoming Malawi under 21, and then there's the Golden Fireballs, the defending champions, up against the Comets, not forgetting the Cranams up against the Alus. So those are Power Week 1. So the Power Week 2, obviously, as the usual venue, the Ellis Park Sports Arena. This is where we'll see more fixtures as well, plenty. So hopefully the coach will definitely, our Proteas coach, Jennifer Dick, will definitely be that side to watch some talents, because also our very own Proteas are preparing for the upcoming Commonwealth Games. They are preparing for the World Cup. I think for both of them will be hosted by Australia, if my memory serves me well. So we need to do well, and the ladies as well need to perform. Golden Fireballs, can they defend the title? Or the Crinums this time around will be saying we need to give them a run for their money. There's a lot of action taking place from the 24th of April until the 15th of June. This is where the action packed, and by Power Week 3 will definitely be told as the time goes, especially after Ellis Park Sports Arena action has taken place. So a lot to play for. Let's see come the 24th of April during Power Week 1. It's going to be an interesting one. Telkom Netball League is here.
Oh yes, the Telkom Netball League has definitely made the return this season 2026. It gets underway down in KwaZulu-Natal, eThekwini Gagasi Kwelka Banana. And don't forget, yet again, that come next weekend, the 25th of April, it is the Randwater Top 4 tournament. The home side, Randwater, gets things underway against the Lephalale City Masters, with the Dihlake Masters versus Bembe Masters. The Dihlake Masters boasting mostly Bafana players. Did I mention Lerato Shabangu?
All you need is laugh.
He's also part of Dihlake Masters. So surely, if you make your way to Goswart Copies, I believe that's what Randwater Soccer Ground is based. Goswart Copies. That's why it will be taking the center stage the 25th of April come next weekend. So you'll get to see the former, most of the former Bafana players, or Rupen or Jemba. They will be, if you know Dan Simake, he's also a part of the team. Like I said, Dihlake Masters is a very, very star-studded side. Let's quickly go for a breather. When we come back, we'll be wrapping things up by looking at what's happening in as far as tennis is concerned.
Ever heard a baby bellow at the top of its lungs in a public place, far from your best music track, right? For a more beautiful note, contact Nirvana Sounds for your studio and live recordings. We engineer sound to perfection according to your specifications. We ensure crisp and clear audio-video conversions and delight your function with sound, stage and lights for hire. Our quotes are pleasurable to the ear. Contact us now on 083 945 7664. Nirvana Sounds, powered by Gospel World FM.
In a world where compassion is needed, Ashraful Aid lent a hand to the Palestinian refugees. A source of warmth in the chill of winter, we supported children and families in Jordan. An indication to humanity's resilience and the power of unity. Embrace the spirit of giving because every bit counts. Together we can make a difference. Donate today.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and I'll glow to the extreme. I rock a mic like a vandal, light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance, crush a speaker that booms. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly when I play a dope melody. Anything less than the best is a felony. Love it or leave it. You better gain weight. You better hit bullseye. The kid don't play. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. Vegas all pumping, quick to the point, no faking. Cooking MCs like a pound of bacon, burning them. If you ain't quick and nimble, I go crazy when I hear a cymbal and a hi-hat with a souped up tempo. I'm on a roll, it's time to go solo. Rolling, hit my 5.0 with my rag top down so my hair can blow. The girl is on standby, waiting just to say hi. Did you stop? No, I just drove by, kept on pursuing to the next stop. I bust a left and I'm heading to the next block. The block was dead, yo, so I continue to A1A. Girls were hot, wearing less than bikinis. Rock men lovers, driving Lamborghinis. Jealous, cause I'm out getting mine. Shade with the gauge and vanilla with the 9. Ready for the chumps on the wall. The chumps acting ill because they're full of 8-ball. Gunshots ranged out like a bell. I grabbed my 9, all I heard was shells falling on the concrete real fast. Jumped in my car, slammed on the gas. Bumper to bumper, the avenue's packed. I'm trying to get away before the jack is jacked. Police on the scene, you know what I mean? They passed me up, could run it all, the dope fiends. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. Ice, ice, lyrical poet. Miami's on the scene, just in case you didn't know it. My town that created all the bass sound, enough to shake and kick holes in the ground. Cause my style's like a chemical spill. Feasible rhymes you can vision and feel. Conducted in form, this is a hell of a concept. We make it hype, and you want us to print this. Shape plays on a fade, slice like a ninja, cut like a razor blade so fast. Other DJs say, damn, if a rhyme was a drug, I'd sell it by the gram. Keep my composure when it's time to get loose. Magnetized by the mic while I kick my juice. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while DJ revolves it. Ice, ice, yo, man, let's get out of here. Word to your mother. Ice, ice, baby, tickle. Ice, ice, baby, tickle. Ice, ice, baby, tickle. Ice, ice, baby, tickle.
Oh, yes, thank you very much to Vanilla Ice, who gave us the song titled Ice, Ice, Baby. He even went on and said, let's get out of here. And we took that very, very personal, that we felt like he's reminding us that we are running behind their schedule. So hence, he went on and said, let's get out of here. So we did take note of that, Vanilla Ice, and we will abide by your instruction. We'll definitely try to get out of here, as time is definitely not on our side. And you are still tuning in to Sports Geek with Spanal Ngobo here on Nirvana World FM, your beat, your music, and we do come to you live from our Alinesia studios, south of Johannesburg, Egoli, Gauteng, Maboneng, Ngwanaga, Homa Light. And you can always get in touch with us on our studio WhatsApp line number, which is 062-857742. Our studio WhatsApp line number, yet again, is 062-857742. For advertising and marketing here on Nirvana World FM, Shashi Singh is your go-to lady on 083-945-766. For advertising and marketing here on Nirvana World FM, Shashi Singh is your go-to lady on 083-945-766. Without any further ado, let's dive straight to our last segment, that is tennis. What is happening in as far as tennis is concerned, Modiba?
Very true. There was a Monte Carlo Masters taking place, and we saw the final between Carlos Alcaraz up against Yannick Sinner, where we expected Carlos Alcaraz, as he's top of the rankings, to excel. But on the day, he was humbled by the very same Yannick Sinner on that note by 2 sets, and which forced, that is 7-6 as well as 6-3, which forced Yannick Sinner to overtook him on the standings because of Carlos Alcaraz before this particular Monte Carlo Masters final. He was top of the rankings. Now Yannick Sinner has gone top, but then on a set part in this Barcelona Open that is taking place, we are currently in the semi-finals. So the very same Carlos Alcaraz managed to bow out following a walkover by one of the fans there as well, so one of the players as well. So it wasn't looking good as well, where against Thomas Moshak, the same player who was in action against Carlos Alcaraz, but Carlos Alcaraz managed to bow out. So with the fixtures that are taking place in this semi-final, we're seeing Andrei Rublev up against Hamad Majetovic, as well as Rafael Jada up against Arthur Fils. And then another side part story about Carlos Alcaraz is that last season in this edition of Barcelona Open, he lost to Holger Rune in the final. So I thought he was going to come in and redeem himself, but he didn't do that. So also I couldn't see Yannick Sinner participating in this particular Barcelona Open. So is Novak Djokovic. So hopefully they are reserving the energy for the upcoming Roland Garros, because it's just on the horizon as of next month. So it's going to be an interesting one, but good luck to the two semi-finalists, and let's see, as we are going to have a new winner in the final. So very interesting as far as Barcelona Open is concerned.
Oh yes, that's where things stand in as far as the Barcelona Open, and Yannick Sinner, congratulations are in order for him for having gotten the better of his arch-rival in the form and shape of the Spanish tennis star, that is none other than Carlos Alcaraz. I guess that's how we come to an end of our today's show, Modiba.
Definitely, we forgot to give them the EPL fixtures while we're dissecting the games between Arsenal up against Man City, because Manchester United as well, they're playing a tough game as well. So where at 1:30 Brentford will welcome Fulham, and then Leeds will welcome the relegated Wolves at 4 o'clock. Newcastle up against Bournemouth at 4 o'clock. Struggling Tottenham Hotspur will welcome Brighton Albion. Another tough assignment. Will just bring the result when we come back, and then Chelsea up against Man United. That's the tough game I was talking about. 9 o'clock at Stamford Bridge. Will Michael Carrick redeem, get back to winning ways? I think we'll get the answers at during the evening as well. Aston Villa tomorrow welcome Sunderland at 3 o'clock. Everton up against Liverpool, the defending champions, at 3 o'clock as well. So is Nottingham Forest up against Burnley. And then lastly, the big one, Man City up against Arsenal. Who will emerge victorious? I think we'll get the answers tomorrow at 4 o'clock. So on that note, my name still remains Modiba Johannes Peter, and it's a very good afternoon.
Oh yes, it is a very good afternoon indeed. That's how we come to an end of on today's show. We wrap things up with that English Premier League fixture that Modiba has just shared with you. And like we did dive into that big encounter, a win or bust affair between the table toppers Arsenal as they visit the second place Manchester City at Etihad Arena. It is a win or bust affair indeed. May the best team win come tomorrow afternoon. And then from a South African perspective, don't forget that all roads lead to the capital city, Kopitori and Wanaga at Loftus Versfeld Stadium, as the South African outfit in the formanship of Mamelodi Sundowns as they welcome their North Africans counterparts in the formanship of Esperance. Will the home side, Mamelodi Sundowns, make it back to the interclub competition, rather, as we saw them losing to the defending champions last year in the formanship of Pyramids in that final? Should they go on and do it this time around against the three times champions from Tunisia? That is none other than Esperance. And their head coach, Miguel Cardoso, as well has reached the interclub finals as individual 3 times. Let's hope this time around he will be at third time lucky and get to lift and get the gold medal in as far as in Africa's interclub is concerned. All the best of luck between those two giants, but from the South African perspective, let's hope Mamelodi Sundowns, they will definitely emerge victorious.
Indeed, and they might get to beat AS FAR, because AS FAR already are carrying a 2-0 lead against RS Berkane. So Renaissance Berkane, as the team is known. So I foresee them going to the final against the new opposition this time, not in the form of Pyramids, but AS FAR. So it's going to be an interesting one. So yeah.
It is going to be interesting one indeed. Let's do this once again. Come next week, Saturday, same time, same place, here on Nevada Wild FM. Your beat, your music, that's between 11 o'clock till 1 o'clock. Till then, I am Sponelo Ngobo, and it is
bye-bye.
We will see you next time.
I'm explicit content and I need no introduction. I'm kicking grass